you a real YouTuber now. Some of your effects is not working.
Yo, this is crazy. But this one.
That's a far from my dad's channel.
What did you do, man?
That's a far from my dad's channel. My dad's podcast. You ain't doing nothing else. Hey yo, watch my dad's podcast. You ain't doing nothing else.
We are here, ladies and gentlemen. We are here, and I'm back. You know what's crazy, Tanya? Like, this is like a long time coming because we haven't had a pod in like a month. So I want to send apologies to all the people out there. If you was watching, because I know I got a lot of comments saying keep it up and to basically to do more podcasts and stuff. But unfortunately, I it been like the timing been off. It's like we had Easter, we had like a couple of like everybody been busy, so it was hard to like schedule like a lot of birthdays, Easter, other type of celebrations and stuff. It just got in the way. But we here. It's not a crew of us, but it's Tanya. My co-host.
What?
Shout out to Tanya. We just gonna talk about some relevant stuff that been going on around, and I tried to get a lot of my guys here, but that was a fail because they had a lot of other situations. So if I would have just chose to like wait for them to be finished, then we wouldn't be here today.
It is what it is.
That's why I hit you up. I said, Tanya, like if you don't want to come, it's all good. I just reschedule. But you like, we doing it, so we doing it. So we here, guys, and we're gonna talk about a few topics that we had on our mind, and a lot of things that been going on over the week, and we just gonna get it started. Tanya, how you feeling?
I'm good. I always want to say blessings to Jamie Foxx. I hope everything turns out good for him.
That's speaking of Jamie Foxx. Like what?
I don't even know, but I know he's in the hospital. I know shit was supposed to be critical.
He had a stroke, they said.
I don't even know, but I'm just saying I love him as a comedian. So praise up.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx is cool. I know that I was watching some stuff and they said that he had one of his first strokes, and the family didn't want to really give off the information, but that's what it was. And they said that he couldn't talk for like a week.
Oh, okay.
So now, lately, like he been talking and he been in good spirits and he been cracking jokes and stuff. So he's finally coming along. But this shit, Tanya, to be honest, bro, I'm starting to think it's the COVID shot, bro. Like I don't know. Ever since the COVID shot, we've been having multiple shootings. We've been having people just getting sick, people dropping dead. Like it's like I'm convinced. Like, and I don't even think like that. That's
I don't
the crazy
even know
part.
if it's safe to say, but I think it's safe to say.
Man, everything is safe to say
right,
on Carmel's
that's what
in the
I'm saying,
cave.
son. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even want to talk about it.
Tanya, you killing me. So we're gonna open up with the Ebony K. Williams. I know a lot. That's been a hot topic that everybody been talking about, and it's been kind of controversial, like because it's been kind of like her response is basically discrediting, like in my opinion state. I'm not gonna say it's a factual state. I'm gonna say in an opinionated state. Like it's been affecting a lot of the working class men.
Well, from what I saw, a little research I did. I mean, she spoke to one person, which was the first person she spoke to. What was her name?
Her name is Imani, I think.
She spoke to Imani.
Is it Imani? No, Ayana. Sorry.
She spoke to Ayana.
Yeah.
And she was basically making it seem like
I could play a
for
clip.
women to put themselves in a better position because the men are not in a better position, right? And then when she spoke to Charlemagne and DJ Envy, she was making it seem like she just wouldn't date a working class person, right? And my opinion is,
you want to play a clip of it?
You can, I guess. Right. Yeah, just to.
Tech nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes. They're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver? You. Would you date?
If he owns the bus, if he owns
Yeah.
it, if he owns the bus.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on the sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society.
All right, let's stop it
I'm
right
dating a
there.
bus driver.
So you see, right then and there, right when she said criteria and blah blah blah, I feel like she's saying that black men should set the bar higher for themselves, which I do believe.
Who and whose defense? In Ebony's defense?
Right, when she first started off, when she said that about the criteria that most black men are okay with mediocre jobs, right? And in some instances, I believe that's true. But then, Ayana is clarifying and saying that we don't get past face value. Like, she's basically saying that you don't judge a book by its cover, which is what I believe. Like, you won't know who a person is until you dig through whatever they are. So if you think that you're not gonna date a bus driver because he's driving the bus, you don't know what he is past the bus driver. And that goes to say with me too. I see that in a lot of instances in the dating scene too. I walk around with Adidas True Religion shirt and a pair of New Balance, and a chick is not gonna date me because they see me in New Balance because they feel like I don't have on Louis Vuittons. But what does that matter? I've been around a lot of people that have money, and hardly any of them are wearing Jordans or any of the latest fashion. They wearing Skechers and running sneakers and jogging.
And if you look at their sneakers is not in good condition.
They're not.
So
They're
so
worn and torn.
that's
Is what I'm
fact.
saying. So they're not worried about appearance. They're worried about cash flow and investments. That's stuff that you really can't see. So how are you knowing if somebody's a bus driver or you're not dating a transit worker, you're not dating a bus driver? How do you know if they're more than that if you're just looking at what you're seeing opposed to what if you're not getting to know somebody?
I think that she's basically saying she wouldn't date a bus driver for the simple fact that her perception of bus drivers, like her perception, is that they're not wealthy enough, right? Obviously. When there's a lot of bus drivers there's a lot of working class men, period, who got their own business on the side, who just do certain things. Like they bus driving skills, or let's say a cop or a bus driver or a sanitation worker, that they had to start from somewhere.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why a millionaire probably wouldn't date her, because they see her as somebody trying to come up.
Yeah, like a
right?
gold digger.
Right, because you're not sticking with the person that's trying to become a millionaire. You want the person that already reaped the benefits already. Come up on your own or come up with somebody coming up.
That's facts. And
See what I'm saying?
But you gotta pay attention to detail. Like, and when I say that,
A red flag.
is she asked Ayana to she don't want to bash the men. She said that, right? She said, I don't want to bash the men, but I want you, Ayana, to explain that how can women position themselves. And that's a key word, because
Position is a strategy.
you know
word.
when you say position yourself, I start to think of gold digger. That's the only thing that come to my mind, because like when you say how can I set myself up for success, right, without doing the work. That's what that means. When you say how can I position myself, that's what I think about.
But again, too, I don't agree with it. It's kind of hard for me being a woman that dates women, because I'm on both sides of the spectrum. Like I could be on the side where I'm an aggressive female and I don't want anybody to take advantage of me because of but then understanding that women are tired of being a doormat, so they just want a leg up. They just trying to, now everybody's going for the gusto now. So it's like a change in roles, kind of. And it's like a cutthroat way. Because if I'm trying to take over your role, it's probably by any means necessary then. Or if we're switching roles, if I have to be a provider because you want to be a dog, or it's a doggy dog world, and the man is like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the circumstances is, and I feel like I gotta fend for myself now. Now it's like, it's whatever.
So now it's like, how can I position myself?
Right, basically, just about.
All right. So what happens, right? Now that, let's say that logic that you just explained is the narrative, right? How can me as a man choose the right woman? Like, I don't know. If you're trying to position yourself based off what I have, how can I choose the right woman that want me for me?
And then that is the question, because it's a lot. It's like a lot of times, it be a good girl going bad, then they going forever, or even in the opposite with a guy, a good guy going bad. He's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Like it's like you said, like that's what I think she is. She's like, when she explained how can I position myself, I feel like she's done with trying to figure it out,
Right.
Struggling.
And that's like even in the reverse sense. Like, it's like, now, okay, before you looking for, like, me, even I'll put myself out there, right? Before it's like, oh, I'm looking for a nice person, somebody that's now it's like, man, fuck that being a nice person. Look for somebody that got as much as you got, or somebody that's willing to put in work to what you trying to invest in, or they already trying to put work into what they trying to invest in, or don't mess with nobody because somebody else is trying to get what you have. So it's the same in reverse. You see what I'm saying? Like, either you're going to be on that side where she's at, or you're going to be on my side too, or you're going to be in the middle and find somebody that's in the middle with you, or...
So it's crazy because now if I know that, if I have that mindset of that's how woman's going to be, how should I treat a woman?
as they come.
See, so then it's a full circle because now it's just gonna. It's like the same thing.
It's kind of like a revolving door,
the
but
same
it's
thing
like,
is gonna
but
happen
you're
again.
looking for certain things now. It
But
ain't like ignorance, like you just like, oh, I'm coming across different things. Now it's like you spotting.
But the same thing is gonna reoccurring. Like, it's like she's gonna be the gold digger. I'm gonna be the one I'm not dating her because she's a gold digger, and it's never gonna change.
It
It's never
might
gonna
not, because
evolve.
you might come across her and be like, yo, what are you really looking for? It might be a conversation that you might have past, or it might be this conversation that somebody see and be like, it's a miscommunication.
But
or
Tanya, what she's saying is not. I'm not gonna have a conversation with a person like
you're
her.
probably not. But then in the instance, she might come on a bus one day and need help and say something to a bus driver, and I might say something to that catches. Like, she might fuck around and talk to me. God forbid she talk to me.
I tell you one thing. She's just advanced gold digger. She's just basically saying
She's a well-positioned one.
no.
Like she said, position.
And that's what I'm saying.
With the platform, and I don't even want to
she's a
talk like
professional.
that.
I'm gonna say she's a professional.
It's
gold
not
digger.
even. It's not even that. It's not even. You gotta look at perspective, and
Tanya,
I don't
she's
even
a
want to go to the
professional
word
gold
gold digger really, because
What?
I don't even want to do that.
All right.
Let's not even do
Time
that.
out.
Let's,
Hold on.
I think we should cut.
No, we're not gonna cut. I just need you to explain to me what's your take on a gold digger.
No, you know
No,
what take
just
on a gold digger
I need
is.
you to answer that question.
Somebody that want what you got and don't want to work for it. They want to take what you have.
So your definition of a gold digger is someone who wants what you have, right? Or want to take what you have
And don't want to work for it.
and it'll benefit them,
Yeah.
right? So what's your take on Ebony K. Williams, who's saying that she wouldn't date a bus driver?
From both of the videos that I saw,
Like ultimately, like
Right.
why, like when it comes to money, right?
I want to explain something. So I got a different set of ethics inside of me, right? Somebody else might have a different set of ethics inside of them. But what I see from both of the videos is that she's intelligent and she
She know what she wants.
right. She knows what she wants. She's probably been around different types of people.
She said that.
Different
She
types
said
of
I
black
done
people.
seen them all.
Right. So what I'm saying is she probably has figured out statistics and everything like this and that. But what I'm saying is she's still going off of face value. If she knows somebody's a bus driver off the rip, she sounds like she's not going to deal with them. In all actuality, you can have a millionaire who's still working. You see what I'm saying? Like, she's judging from what she's saying, what it seems like, she's gonna judge a book by its cover. I'm not sure she was a gold digger because she seemed like she probably has her own money, talking from how she talks.
So hold on. So when they asked her, "Would you date a bus driver?" Right, and her response is, "If he owns the bus," right?
That
What
right
it-
there is saying that's almost gold digging.
That's what I'm trying to.
Yes, but she's saying that she just wants somebody that has status because if he owns the bus, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's a millionaire. He got money.
All right, but that's what I'm comparing it to. I'm comparing. Would you date a bus driver if he owns the bus? Now, when you got a gold digger, would you date a bum? No.
No,
They
but a
wouldn't.
gold digger would still date somebody that didn't own the bus.
Owning the bus is equivalent to having money.
Yes.
Right.
But it's a different stage of money. It's like saying you own something, like ownership. So you see
I
why
get
you
what
see
you're
why
saying, yeah.
I'm half and half with her on the spectrum because
Yeah,
how
yeah.
she's saying it, she's not clarifying. She's not going further with saying I want somebody that owns something. I want somebody that's invested.
she just saying
you know what
if
I'm
he
saying?
owns
She's
the
just
bus.
like, oh,
Like, is it
if
better-
you drive the bus, so what? People drive buses.
Facts.
People.
It's like- it's like- it's
People
like- it's
own
like saying,
bakeries.
I
Like,
got
what
you.
if I own a bakery, you know me not gonna bake? I own this shit. What are you talking about? I own a
Yeah.
bakery.
Yeah, I'm not a
I probably
baker. I own the bakery.
Right, I own a bakery, or even if I bake here, you come in my store and you ask me for bread, right? And this is my bakery,
Mm-hmm.
and my workers call out. You think I'm not gonna work in my bakery? So the fact that you come in and I'm passing you the bread, I'm the baker for that day. You're not gonna date me, but next time you come in and you're like, oh, where's the baker that? And they was like, oh, that's the owner. He was just here because, and you like, oh, I dubbed him. That's
Damn.
what I'm talking about.
That's what she's saying.
Right. Because you're not going past surface level. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's good to want to date somebody that has something. Yes, because you got to be tired of dating tired people. Yeah, I'm not doing that. And that's what I said in the reverse. I'm not dating somebody who don't got nothing.
All
if
right,
you're
so-
spying for something, yes. But I'm not going to be like, oh, if I come in a bar and you the bartender, I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to date you because you don't own the bar. Because you could probably own the fucking bar, but you're working still because you're trying to keep up your bar.
So I'm gonna play a little bit devil's advocate here. Like, so what if I don't own anything, but I'm a hardworking man?
This is what I'm saying too. She has to.
I'm
get
a hardworking man, right? I'm a hardworking man, and I'm like at the top of my level. Like, I'm a manager. I am, I'm just basically working hard, and I'm a manager, and I make good amount of money
My
to
answer
survive.
to that is she don't have to date you if she don't want to because she can have her own standards. I could do what I want. If I don't want to date this person and that person, you can't force me. But I cannot say that they're not worth dating. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to say that's like she want to say she only want to date Asian men. Okay, I don't think that's right, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, saying that I wouldn't date a bus driver
She
because
gotta
he's not a
clarify.
millionaire, you want to date a millionaire. You don't know if a bus driver's a millionaire. You can't distinguish the two from the two unless you get past surface level. So for you to say that you're not going to date a person because of surface level of what you see off the rip, that's wrong. Because you don't know who's a person. You don't know who's who. You don't know who's who. You see somebody in a pair of New Balance, you don't know what they have in their bank account.
Facts.
You don't know nothing. Most people that have money are not really worried about footwear or clothes because they probably own a fucking label or something, or they got money in some kind of investment that have, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not worried about the shit that people, whatever. But she's sounding, when you come from a certain upbringing, you're not trying to hear nobody not trying to date somebody coming from humble beginnings. Period. End of story. Most people that got something come from humble beginnings because they don't want to go back there.
That's like she could be one of those victims, like, or she could be one of the ones from that situation, like, who come from humble backgrounds, and she's just not trying to go back to that lifestyle.
And if that's the case,
right?
you should still know better than to point
But
your
she
finger
just got to
down
know
at
how
that.
to. Maybe she just. I don't know. Like, now that we had like elaborated on it more, like, maybe I really felt like at first when I heard it, I'm like, yo, I don't even want to hear it. Like, she's a gold digger. Like,
Man.
she's just one of those black girls who, just looking for the dude with money, right?
Yeah.
But now that you break it down, like how we broke it down, maybe she just don't want to go. She's not trying to go back to
Yeah,
that lifestyle.
to that lifestyle,
She just
yeah.
know what she wants,
And trying to upgrade other us in the process. You know what I'm saying?
and Charlamagne whole theory was like, I don't want to tell nobody who to date. Like I can't sit there and tell nobody who to date. If she want $1 million, she want $1 million.
That
Who gives a
too,
fuck?
but DJ Envy broke it down too when he was saying that he know a lot of people that drive trains and drive buses that got companies and stuff like that because everything is a hustle. You gotta get. He said they start at 20 and then you work for 20 years and then you retire at 41 and then you got another hustle by that time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it is right, but she would never know that if the idea in her head it was I'm not dating a bus driver or a transit worker. They probably ain't dating you either.
In
If
fact,
you on the train or the bus.
more so basically, more of the story. Would you date a bus driver?
I probably would.
I would too. Fucking like it's facts. That's
Word.
facts. All right, so now you want to talk, let's like we had like little breaking news today, and you told me in the car. So you want to like elaborate on the breaking news for the people?
Oh, it was the and
The Chris Brown.
before I even start, Chris Brown is my man 100,000. Like I love him to death. He's one of he's for me next to Michael Jackson. But it's a like we not get into that.
So who your top 5?
No, we're not gonna do that.
I need
we're
your
not
top-
gonna do that. See, that's why I didn't even say it. But
Nope,
I had to.
you
Like,
said
that's
it.
That's my man. Anyway, the breaking news is we not sure, but from what's going on, what the buzz
Allegedly.
is Usher threw Chris Brown a birthday party, a skate party, and Tiana Taylor showed up, and supposedly Chris Brown was upset with Tiana Taylor because she backed out of his Michael Jackson award at the last minute, and he didn't want her at the party. And
But that's crazy, Tanya, because when they basically explained, like when they basically broke the news, and they just basically said, oh, Chris Brown and Usher. No, they said Chris Brown entourage beat up Usher.
Yeah.
Right? So that's all they gave. So I'm sitting here trying to figure out, like, maybe it was like just the friends of Chris Brown. You know how you go to you go to a party and you got your crew?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
let's say
yeah.
if you the celebrity, and then me and you is cool, and you got your people, I got my people. Me and you cool though.
yeah,
We got so many people, right? That
Nah.
our people,
I don't think it should.
our
I don't think it should have went down like that.
no, I'm just saying this is what I thought before you broke the story.
Oh yeah.
Before you told me this, I'm like telling the story. I'm like, listen, maybe Chris Brown people fought Usher people, and you know how they say
Yeah.
Usher and Chris Brown was fighting. You know what I mean? But then when you
But
told the
from the
story,
news, they were saying that Usher went back outside by himself to confront Chris about what happened inside, and then Chris and his people jump Usher. I don't even know if it's true totally, but
well, if it is true, like if Chris Brown like put his hands on Usher, that's whack. That's all I want to say. And they said Usher was there by himself, so that means Usher was comfortable enough
right.
to go to Chris Brown event with no entourage, right? With no
not
security.
His event. No, he came back out. Like no, he had security at the entire event. But after Chris Brown and Tiana Taylor had a thing, Usher intervened, and then Chris Brown walked out. Usher followed him outside without his security, and that's when he got into the altercation.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like for him to approach Usher without my security, that means me and you are on a different level.
Yeah, they were supposed to be
Right.
friends.
And
on
then-
friend time.
Chris Brown had his people with him, and they jumped him, right?
Yeah,
Now Chris Brown, you look like a cornball right now.
yeah, that part. I don't.
He's looking like a cornball right now.
I don't know what to say about that part.
Yeah, because you're a fan of Chris Brown, but
I
at
am
the
a
end of the
fan.
day,
I know, but I'm a fan of ethics. Is what I'm saying. I got certain. I just feel like I got a code within me, and I feel like certain things should not be done. And I don't know. I really don't know what happened. But if what
This is all
is-
alleged, by
what
the
is
way.
being said happened, Usher don't seem like to put his hands up tight.
he don't, and especially if I got a bruised rib,
Right, and it seemed like, and if all of y'all, why would it need all of y'all to put your hands on that one man?
because everybody's trying. Like you gotta understand when you're a celebrity, Tanya. Like if I'm a celebrity and I got my entourage with me, the people that's with me, everybody's trying to make a name for themselves.
First of all, I should be able to control my goons.
Not if somebody's trying to make a name for themselves. Like, hold on, Tanya. If I don't got a name for myself, right, and I finally land a job or to be part of your, like, you're a celebrity, and I land a job to be part of your security, I'm trying to stand out the most.
I don't even know about
So that way you can pick me all the time.
I don't know about that because I don't even know about, like, I could see more like the rapper crew, but I never even heard of Chris Brown. Like the entourage, where did that even come
But Chris
from?
Brown he's a singer,
Singer, yeah, but not rapper.
by like talent, but his mentality is straight from the hood.
I get that though. Maybe Usher shouldn't have came outside. I don't know. What
No, you're wilding, bro. Chris Brown is
I don't
wrong.
agree with the rundown, but I'm just saying, like, I don't even know how that all happened.
Because Chris Brown is a cornball.
Like, we don't even know what happened.
At the end of
though.
the day, Chris Brown just might be who they say he
He
is.
just might be, but we don't even know what happened. So I can't like.
Moving on. We're gonna move on.
Said I would never want somebody to say something about me that wasn't true and other people believe it.
We
Just
gonna move
because
on.
they be like, I'm just saying, like, I would never want somebody to be like, oh yeah, they say that's what happened, and then everybody flying with the story. Like, I would be devastated.
But that's what, like,
I'm saying though, like, we don't know what happened, but I mean, if it did happen, I feel like it's wrong. Like, they shouldn't have had to take him down like that. And I feel like from what they saying too, I just hate talking about something that I have to be like, oh, from what they saying. Because I feel like
because you
it's
don't got the facts.
because I don't have the facts. I'm just going off of what I would have done in this situation. I feel like if I was Tiana Taylor and me and Chris Brown wasn't talking, I wouldn't have popped up at his party. But then I feel like, again, too, Usher probably invited her to the party. And then I feel like if Chris Brown and Usher wasn't friends like that, why would you follow him outside? And then how did it get out of control? Like, I just feel like a lot of things I shouldn't feel because I don't even know.
But you also gotta think about your personality too. Like, what would you do, right?
Me?
So no, I'm saying.
In what instance?
This is how you could judge people easily.
Ask me the question. What question are you asking me? What would I do?
I'm
if
going
what?
to. So, if you was Chris Brown, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, and Usher came behind you and tried to defuse the situation or whatever they said Usher tried to do,
First of all,
would it would have resulted in you beating
Usher up?
Usher up?
Probably not.
Absolutely not. So now this is where you got to think about it. Like, this is where you got to separate yourself from like the negative. Like, I know I wouldn't do it, so I know it's wrong. So Chris Brown just might be wrong.
Right, he just might be. But we don't even know what happened when Usher came outside. That's what I'm saying.
I'm pretty
Like,
sure Usher ain't say "fuck you, Chris Brown."
That's what I'm saying. That's probably what we think.
Usher probably was
That's
trying to
probably
calm
what we
Chris
think,
Brown,
but I don't even-
and
we
Chris
don't-
Brown probably don't fucking touch me.
But this is
Fuck
what I'm
outta here.
saying. You see, that's how we thinking. I don't even know neither one of them.
That's true. That's true. Because Usher could be the aggressor, and then Chris Brown could be like, "Yo, what you doing, man? Why you acting like that?"
you laughing? That could be true though, couldn't it?
I don't see Chris Brown doing that.
I don't
but-
see Chris Brown
All
doing
right,
that either.
I
But
get
what
your
I'm saying
point.
is I don't see. Usher could be about it. He could have been mad. Chris Brown.
And since he was by himself, he just got his butt kicked. Like, it's like, bro, like, it's really hard for me to see Usher like being the aggressor. And it's really easy for me to see Chris Brown being the aggressor.
It is.
That's
too.
just
It
like
is too
natural.
for me both. But I just feel like when you don't have a whole, when you not there, I really don't know like what even. I have no idea.
But by the way, she's a Chris Brown fan,
I
so
am.
of course, like, she's gonna take the lighter route at all times when it comes to Chris Brown.
I probably would have took the same route if it was two other people.
With Chris Brown?
No, with Tiana Taylor and what?
No.
With Chris Brown.
What do you mean? Like, you would have took the lighter route?
Oh, you mean if it was somebody else than Chris Brown?
Yeah.
With Rihanna, I thought he was wrong. But I wanted to know what happened.
Oh, you mean you would have took the lighter route if Chris Brown wasn't involved in this story?
Meaning if it was him and somebody else too, I would have still analyzed the situation totally. It's not the fact
That's
that it's
not.
Chris
That's
Brown.
fucking biased.
Because when the thing happened with him and Rihanna, I figured that he did something wrong for Rihanna to spaz on him. I didn't think that he was in the right. I just wanted to know what happened because I know that.
But what was the
people have-
story with that?
I don't know. Like, I just know they was always back and forth fighting. It was like they were like Tina and Turner. I just feel like a lot of people don't understand that certain people have toxic relationships, and they do that. Like, it's not only the man that's toxic; it's like a woman that's toxic too.
But it's the relationship that
It is. It's
that
just
might
what
be
people
toxic.
feed off of between the two, and people be like, "Oh, you gotta blame this person and that person." It don't be a man thing. It don't be a woman thing with me. I be trying to analyze the situation. Period. No, I don't think if you 500 pounds, you should not put your hands on a 100-pound person. If you a 500-pound girl and you got a 100-pound boyfriend, why you smacking him around? You think somebody's gonna if he smacks you, you think somebody's gonna take him serious? Just because he's a guy? No.
But men is like naturally just stronger than women.
Right, but if he's 100 pounds and you're 500 pounds, they're not gonna think you're tough. That's what I'm saying.
So who do you believe, Chris Brown or Usher?
We not even talking to neither one of them. We talking about media sites that's saying what happened. So we not talking to none of them. None of them, not Tiana Taylor, Usher, or Chris Brown haven't made no statements about nothing that happened. We talking to all third parties that's saying what happened. That's why I'm saying I don't really.
But whose side you taking? Like,
What?
Whose side you taking? Who you riding with?
Son, listen. Chris Brown and his people should not have put their hands on Usher.
Tiana
Taylor should not have came to that party if she was not invited. That's how I feel. Usher,
Yo, you can't be this much of a Chris Brown fan.
no, listen. I said that they was wrong first.
All right.
I said they should not put their hands
Let me
on
ask you this
Usher.
question. Let me ask you this question, Tanya.
It
Right.
wasn't worth fighting
After
for.
let me ask you this question, right? So let's say you're a cop, you're a detective, right?
You see, you
'Cause
doing
I-
something different.
No,
This is-
I need you to
This is
think.
different ethics. This is the law, and it's probably saving somebody's life or something.
All right, no, I just want you to think,
All right.
right? So you a detective,
Don't be mad at the answer.
all right? You're a detective, and Usher ribs is cracked, bruised up, all beat up, like he got jumped, right? Chris Brown and Entourage, they chilling, like falling back, got little scratches on them. How are you gonna assess the situation? Like what is your first act of justice? Like,
From first observation, I'm gonna think that Usher was beat up.
all right,
Right? From first observation. Now, it could be a scenario where he smacked up their sisters. He smacked up one of their sisters and they beat him up.
all right.
This is what I'm saying. Like, you cannot go off of first.
all
I need to find out what happened.
All right. So all I'm asking you, right?
Being a person that was raised in the hood, I'm gonna try to figure out really what happened. I'm not gonna go off of what I see right away. I'm gonna think what I think in my head, and I'm gonna go off of what the information that I.
Okay, but
what's
is
the
it
word I'm
is
looking
it
for?
is it justified, right, for somebody that's been by themselves to be beat up by more than one person?
No, and that's the first statement I made when you asked me the question. I said all of them should not have put their hands
Facts.
on Usher.
That's my point. I just
If he didn't go out there cursing and saying "fuck you and your crew," they should not have done that. But I don't know what he said. That's
I
what I'm
just
saying.
think
We don't know what he came out there and said.
But I just think when it come to Chris Brown, if you watch him, right,
No,
like
but-
he just got those people who be with him that be just reacting off of.
But no, to be 100% serious on some real shit, from what I'm seeing, Usher go hard body for Chris Brown. So it's the fact that you even let your mans touch him.
That's crazy.
Like me and you probably would have got into it. If any fight would have happened, it would have been between me and you. My
Facts.
mans would have not. I would not be.
I'd have been fighting my man's like, yo, bro, you're wilding.
Don't put your hands on him. I'd be like, nah. That'd have been like on some
Facts.
brother type shit. Like, you can't touch him.
Yeah,
Because
we'll deal with it.
Right, it seems like they have a real, you know what I'm saying, relationship or whatever. For him to even intervene with Chris Brown, seeing in that, I know it from to be honest, from the media, it seemed like Chris Brown is a hothead. So for Usher to be cool with him, it seemed like they got a personal relationship. Usher felt like he was able to say something to him anyway. But for him to go outside and that shit turned into something else, that shouldn't have went down.
Facts.
Certain things can't happen.
That's the time I was looking for.
Yeah, but at the same time, we don't know what happened. I'm still
We don't,
know
we
that.
don't, we
Of course
don't.
not. You know.
We don't.
That's
We
like
don't.
me and you getting into something, and then somebody in my goon. What?
Niggas like, yo, who this nigga
First of all,
Tanya?
you the goon. Get out of here. Like, it's not. No.
All right, So, you know, I hope Usher get well, and I hope that they resolve their issues because, like, you know, Chris Brown is a GOAT and Usher is a GOAT in my books, and we don't need them feuding because they can make some good music.
Nah,
together.
yeah, of course. Two legends.
That's a fact. Two legends.
Let's cut for a minute.
What do you want to cut?
Oh, 1 minute.
Yo, you wildin'. All right, go ahead. I mean, I can't stop it.
Wanna stop him?
I'm gonna stop it when you feel me. When you get up. You ready, bathroom?